Good day, everybody, and welcome to Marley Matters, brought to you by Andtin Partners. My name is Angia Samuels, Director of Andtin Partners,
and her partner Erika Slinger. We're here to give you some educational advice and hope that whatever we are sharing with you would be of great use to you going forward.
Great stuff. Today we will be discussing debt pressure and the financial survival thereof, people. Andtin Partners is all about financial education, empowerment, and equipping our people to survive in this ever-struggling economy of today, Erika. Because it has become so hard these days. And as we are currently sitting here, we are waiting for the ball to drop from the Reserve Bank with regards to the repo rate, that the high possibility is that it will inflate, people, due to the fuel increases over the past couple of weeks. It is inevitable that the repo rate is also going to have to inflate in order to make business sense and economical sense at the end of the day. So where does that leave us as consumers?
Yeah, where does it leave us, Angie? It leaves us with the fact that we already are struggling with the current financial economical state that our country is in, or us as individuals. So what happens now? You know that it's going to increase. You're already trying to make ends meet, and now that ball, if it drops, depending on what it's going to go to,
exactly.
How are we going to figure this out? How are we going to deal with this?
Yes, how are you going to juggle all the balls? Work, fuel to work, transportation to work, food on the table, roof over my head, having to pay my debt. Come on, people. This is what really pushes our people to mental breakdowns, emotional trauma, which inevitably spills over to our physical being, which leads us to be not as productive in our workplace due to the stresses that the financial circumstances is bringing about. So this is where Andtin Partners is coming in, to have real conversations with real people on real issues that affects all of us every single day. Because just like you, I am also a consumer. So what affects you is what affects me, what affects Erika at the end of the day. So we're all in this boat together.
Yes, people, at the end of the day, I don't think any consumer is, can I say, unscathed in this situation, because it affects everyone. Whether you've got earning top dollar, whether you're earning just the bare minimum, at the end of the day, you are affected by this, because at the end of the day, you are going to have to try and make ends meet, or you're going to have to start doing sums again, because it's not just going to stay that way. Everything is going to increase.
Definitely. Currently, as statistics has shown us also, South Africa, or South Africans, plus minus 40% of our people are over indebted, and the other plus minus 60% of our people spends about a quarter to a half of their salary paying debt. And what's left of their salary has to cover necessary household expenses. So again, how do we afford to keep on living at the end of the day? And this is the not just financial strain, but the emotional strain that families are faced with today, people. And this is why it's so important that we are open with our family, with the family within the household, about our financial situation. Remember, back in the day, our parents did not talk these things with us.
No,
when they talked money matters, you were told to go outside, go play outside, you know. But these days, you cannot afford to not have these conversations with your children, because what affects you affects them as well. And they need to know why it affects them, how it affects them, and what is the way going forward.
Yes, the real thing about this is, Angie, at the end of the day, if we start having these conversations with our children now already, you are basically teaching them, you're empowering them.
Yes.
Why should we wait to be empowered when we are adults and facing the situations where we as adults or parents can already educate our kids about these type of things, so that when the day comes when they've got to go into the real world, because they are still, with us, so therefore they have not faced the real world yet. But when they do, they will be mentally prepared, because these talks have been had with them. And once again, we shouldn't shy away from speaking to our kids, people, about our financial situations. I always say you don't have to tell them everything to the T, but you need to share with them. They must understand why we are cutting back this month, why we are not going to be doing this, why we are not going to go to the fast food stores every week as opposed to every second, third day, because it impacts us as parents and as consumers. Because yes, we do love the luxury, we enjoy luxury, but we cannot all the time go and take that luxury out there, Angie. Mm-hmm. We can have that same luxuries within our own households. We can make the same little burgers and chips at what? A fraction of the price if we go out into the fast food stores. I'm not saying people that you shouldn't. I'm not saying that we're not allowed to, but we are facing a situation where we need to cut back.
Yes.
And it's important that we discuss this with our children so that they know the reasons why.
Definitely, Erica. It is scary for somebody like me that has been in the industry for 22 years. The way the financial climate is going, I am fearful, to be honest with you, about where this direction is taking us. Cost of living is increasing so drastically, Erica, that one of these days we are going to be standing with our money in our hand in the shop and we won't be able to buy anything with it. The way interest rates and everything, it is just inflating, it is just shooting through the roof. Yes. With the past couple of weeks, with fuel increasing, we've already had clients saying, how do I get to work? I can't afford not to get to work, but I can't afford the transportation means to work. So then we come in with practical tips as start a lift club, within your community. Put it out there. Is there anybody else that's moving in the same direction, working the same hours as you, that wants to start a lift club that can contribute towards the fuel and those kind of things? And as it is, with all due respect, we don't have the most wonderful of transportation infrastructures in this world. Do you understand? So it's easy to say, okay, leave your car at home in the garage, take the train. The train is going nowhere because the electric cables are being stolen. Come on, let's be real. This is what is happening. Our people are stranded. So now we are forced to take taxis. We know all how dangerous this is at the end of the day. Or else we have to take the bus. It takes us longer. Some people have to take a bus at 4 in the morning to reach their work at 7 in the morning.
Exactly.
To start working. So these are real life situations that people are facing due to the increased cost of living at the end of the day, Erica.
100%.
And then over and above the financial pressures that our economy is bringing, Erica, and this is another thing that has reared its head. It's been there, but people don't talk about it. Okay, is the emotional stress that it also places on a family. For argument's sake, apart from our responsibilities that we have to take care of, we do get that odd family member, that friend, that colleague that did not now budget for when the train isn't moving, I have to take an Uber for argument's sake. Erica, can I borrow 100 Rand from you? I will pay it back at the end of the month. Erica is a person that is disciplined. She works according to a budget as per her household needs. So because it's a colleague, it's a friend, it's a family member, Erica feels emotionally for that person.
And obligated.
And obligated to help because that person has to get to his or her work. Erica is going to help. Whether Erica has the finances to help that person and or not, she is still going to help because she feels the emotional obligation. You hear where that is coming from? The emotional obligation. So Erica helps this person away. Next month that same person comes to Erica and saying, I have an emergency. Can you borrow me 1,000 Rand for argument's sake? Because again, there is the emotional obligation to help this person because of the relationship. It's a family, it's a friend, it's a colleague, and you are seeing the situation and you are feeling for that person. You are helping that person out with 1,000 Rand. And before you know it, this month becomes next month, and before you even know it further, unknowingly, that person's monthly expenses becomes part of your budget per month,
100%.
your household.
100%.
And this is how it affects your household at the end of the day. It brings financial strain into your house because that extra that you now use to help the person, which is a friend, a family member, or a colleague, was not within your family or your household's budget. So now the financial strain is relying upon your family or your household to make it or break it at the end of the day. But because you felt emotionally obligated to help that person, and let's be real, people, because this is real talk, it happens within our society. And then when end of the month comes, it doesn't come. Yes. That money that you've borrowed, you do not repay back, or you pay back part of it. Yes. Whereas the person gave you that full amount, which the person took out of their budget. Just because somebody looks the part, because they've planned ahead, doesn't mean that you can come and exploit the situation and throw another family's household in disarray because you failed to plan, you failed to budget. We all are financially responsible for our own lives, our own household. So we need to take accountability, people. Your household is not my household, Erica.
100%.
And like you always say, none of us have to keep up with the Joneses, because the Joneses sit because of my tafeli. The Joneses don't keep the roof over my head. The Joneses don't put clothes on my back at the end of the day.
True. And Angie, not just the fact that even if you're looking the part and you're asking, we sit in with families and situations where people actually, they don't even have that excess. They haven't budgeted, or they're just making it. Mm-hmm. But, or can I say they are faking it to make it. But at the end of the day, even those people are burdened with situations like that. Whether, if the example you made, I could maybe afford it because I budgeted, but what about someone else that is also in dire straits, that is not able to do that, but because they feel obligated and they don't want to have that family or the next person be in a situation, they do it anyway. And this is part of emotional stress, people. And emotional stress goes hand in hand with financial stress, because if you're financially stressed, that means you are emotionally stressed. You are not productive within your home, you're not productive within your workspace or place, simply because your mind is all over the place. So Andtin Partners is saying to you, come journey with us. We want to assist you. We can assist you in making you wiser, because we want to educate, we want to empower, we want to educate you in how you can work with your finances. Now I know people are going to say, how can they tell me how to work with my finances? Because we all think we can work with our finances. But it's not always true, people. At the end of the day, you've got the money, but you are going haywire. You're spending that money without realizing. You said that you were going to go into the shop, you were going to go and buy XYZ. By the time you step out of that shop, you bought A to Z. And then what? It affects you. And this is where it comes to honesty and discipline with ourselves. Yes. Because at the end of the day, I need to consider my wants, and I need to consider my needs. And needs, people, come before wants. The wants are there when you are able to. And it's only going to come from discipline and how you work with your finances and where it's going to take you. We are saying here that we can assist you in how to work out the budget, how you can actually analyze your bank statement. You can do it on your own. But believe you me, there are some people that they are afraid to look at their bank statement because they know it's the holy truth. It's my Bible, because that is what we always call it. It's the Bible, because there you'll see the holy truth of your finances. You'll see how much times you've spent unnecessarily, how much money you've drawn unnecessarily, how much times you've gone to the fast food shop. So you know what? Sit with your bank statement, look at it, analyze it, look at what your wants were, your overspending, the unnecessary spending. Look at your expenses in terms of your essential needs.
Yes.
And then you look at where you are at. How much do you have left? People, you are in a situation. If you do not have money by the second week of the month, if you're getting a monthly salary, if you're getting a weekly salary, and you get paid on a Thursday or a Friday, and by Monday, Tuesday, that salary, that wages or that salary is finished, what are you going to do? You're going to have to go and borrow with a friend, a family member, a colleague, or you're going to go lo and behold, please do not do this. But the people go to loan sharks, we please ask you not to go there. And then, or just those temporary loans. But then you've got to pay those interests.
Yes.
And that impacts your income again, because it's an additional expense and you need to steer away from that. You can do everything with your own finances, but if you just need some guidance, and Andtin is saying, we will guide you. Even if it means that we've got to show you where you've gone wrong. People, trust me, we will not sugarcoat it, because at the end of the day, Angie, it's no use. I know already your situation, you know your situation, so why would I sugarcoat it?
No.
We need to be brutally honest with one another. You need to be honest with me, I need to be honest with you, in order for me to assist you in reaching that path where you're going to have financial freedom.
Definitely, Erika. And it might sound simple, people, and trust me, the first step is simple, or the steps are simple. The discipline, however, is not so simple. It really all depends on whether you want to make a change within your life, your financial life, and those for your children to come, or your children's children to come, because Andtin is all about breaking generational curses at the end of the day. Because if it's so tough for us as adults, being where we are currently in 2026, how much more difficult is this going to be for our children that's still at school level, Erika,
Yes.
having to go out into this vicious financial cycle of a world out there, you know, with already battling with high unemployment rates, job seeking, high cost of living. How is our children going to make it if we're already pulling our hairs out of our head at the end of the day? So this is why it's important to talk these talks with your children, prepare them, equip them for what is coming ahead, because again, like I always say, we do not raise our children for ourselves. Yes. We raise our children for the world out there, because today we are here, tomorrow we're not. You know, that is how fast life goes.
Yes.
And that is reality, again, people. And what is your children going to do? They're not going to know south from north, west from east at the end of the day, because you did not have these conversations with them.
True.
Please do not shy away from debt. Debt is nothing to be ashamed of.
100%.
I'm going to repeat that. Debt is nothing to be ashamed of, people. We need debt to be able to survive, because right now, our current situation requires us to survive. Okay?
Yes.
And this is what the economy has pressured us into. Yes. At the end of the day, Andtin Partners is saying to you, you can survive with your own money. Let us show you the way, and let us take the debt stress away from you.
Yes.
That is what we are there for at
100%.
the end of the day. Yes. Give your stress to us to handle, and have you focus on your family, on financially rehabilitating and getting that financial health back at the end of the day, people. Because it's not nice to get up in the morning and go to work, not be able to focus on your work, because you are having this dark cloud hanging above your head about finances. Like, how am I going to have money to go back home tonight?
Yes.
You know, or how am I going to put food on the table for my kids tonight? It's reality. It's what's happening out there, people. And we are saying to you that you do not need to do this alone. With over 30 years in this field, me, myself, I'm 22 years with Andtin Partners. But Andtin Partners has been in existence for over 30 years, people. We have seen the good, the ugly, the sad, the bad. We have seen it all. And like I always say, for the first time in our history since 2005, there has been a law design called the National Credit Act for the ordinary person, for me and you, to protect our rights and to stand upon it and to make use of it. So come on now, this is the platform. Use it wisely and gain your financial freedom at the end of the day.
Exactly, Angie. Let's say this, there is good credit, there's bad credit.
Yes.
We are not saying, people, that you shouldn't go and apply for credit.
Mm-hmm.
There is nothing wrong with it. And unfortunately, these days, in order to get credit, you should have credit. You cannot go and buy a house if you don't have a good credit record. So there's good credit, bad credit. Why and how? It's how you spend and what you do and how you handle your finances that determines whether it is good credit or bad credit. Bad bad. How? Because you're going to think, what's the difference between good credit and bad credit? Credit is credit. But at the end of the day, if you're going to overspend the credit that is advanced to you, it's going to be bad, because remember, at the end of the month, or it comes over 6, 12, 24 months, depending, 36 months, depending exactly what credit you are taking out. 5 years, some of them 60 months. At the end of the day, that is a monthly installment that's going to impact your finances. So yes, everybody can have credit, but it's how we handle it that determines whether it is good credit or bad credit. So we're not saying do not, but we are saying we are here to assist you in determining how you can regain financial freedom without applying for unnecessary credit, people. Because some of the credit that we have is unnecessary. We do not need to do that.
It's the same as what I always say, Erica. It's like drugs and alcohol. You know, some people are addicted to credit and they do not need that. When you look at the income, people always have this misconception that they do not have enough money of their own to work with. And yes, there are some exceptions, especially where there used to be 2 income earners down to 1 income earner. But then you have to make certain adaptations there too. You have to change your lifestyle. So at the end of the day, people, it's all about taking that first step. And then we will guide you on the journey of your financial freedom. We call it the rehabilitation program, because through that program, we help you how to understand finances, how to understand credit, how to understand your finances and apply it at the end of the day.
How to work on a budget.
How to work according to a budget. And that is most important, because within that budget, we also incorporate a savings plan for you. Which is one of the things our people mostly say they can't afford to save.
And yet within that budget you can.
You can, by just making a few simple changes, people. Yes, maybe you are so caught up with your financial situation at this moment that you can't see a way out. Come and speak to us at Andtin Partners. We will help you find a way out thereof. Then lastly, I want to say, please people, if you are in trouble with your house or your car, just 1 month, do not wait, people. The situation is not going to get better. Please reach out to us so that we can help you save your most valuable assets before it becomes too late. Please visit us on www.andtin.co.za. Contact us on 021-202-9600 or visit our social media pages on Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, as well as Instagram. But this is your ticket to financial freedom. What you're going to do about it is really within your hands. We are here to help guide you and regain your financial freedom again at the end of the day. Thank you so much for tuning in and for listening to us. Please stay tuned to next week's episode again. We will be coming to you again with more sessions on financial literacy and how to regain it, and a few more tips on cost saving at the end of the day.
Yes, I want to say to the people, have the confidence to say, I need help. Because you've got to admit it. You've got to admit, like Angie said, rehabilitation, you've got to admit you need the help. And once you've taken that first step and admitting that you need the help, you can regain control of your finances, of your whole, of your being. Because when you're financially in distress, you are not yourself. So once again, thank you for joining us. We hope that we are going to give you more and more advice on how to work with your finances, and also to enable you to live the life that you are supposed to live and not the one that you are forced to live. So thank you so much, Andtin Partners. Be here for you.